Assistant General Manager, Interim General Manager for today. Would you please call the roll?
Happy to do so, Madam Chair. Director Tommy Faovai. Here. Director Desi Alvarez. Treasurer Scott Houston. Here. Vice President Donald Deere. Here. And President Gloria Gray.
Here.
Madam President, we do have a quorum for the board meeting.
Thank you very much. Item 2, we do have a quorum. So item 3, Pledge of Allegiance. I will ask Mr. Atwell, Louis Atwell, City Manager for the City of Inglewood. Would you please lead us in the pledge?
I will. Thank you very much. I have a good voice for it too. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Item 4, public comment. Do we have anyone who wish to speak?
We do have, Madam President, we do have 2 speakers today.
Our first public speaker will be Chow Wang.
You can join us at the podium, Chow.
Hi, my name is Chow Wang, Process Engineering Manager at Marathon Los Angeles Refinery, and lead Marathon representative for the renewed contract with West Basin for recycled water. I want to take this opportunity to reaffirm Marathon's commitment to remain a proud and reliable 25-year partner to West Basin and Cal Water. We are dedicated to continue our collaboration to advance water recycling efforts, enhance sustainability, and strengthen our community's strong resilience. I look forward to our continued partnership and sincerely thank the West Basin and Cal Water teams for making this renewal possible. Thank you.
Thank you.
And our next public speaker will be Ralph Felix.
Thank you for this opportunity to speak today. On behalf of Cal Water, we'd like to thank West Basin and Marathon for the close collaboration as we work through this agreement. We want to personally thank Eric Owens and EJ Caldwell from West Basin and Chow Wang and Dennis Kurt from Marathon, along with the respective staffs for the work over the past year. Partnering to provide recycled water to Marathon enhances overall supply reliability for our local communities. This partnership also supports our broader sustainability goal of increasing water reuse in the communities that we serve. We look forward to continuing our work together on projects that support our commitment to provide safe, clean, reliable water to those we serve. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam President, this meeting is of course also being held in person and virtually. If there's any members of the public virtually that would like to speak, please indicate so by raising your hand now. And Madam President, we do not have any virtual speakers.
Thank you very much. Thank you, speakers, for being here. The next item is presentation. So the first one would be recognition of Hispanic Heritage Month. So Eric, would you please read the resolution? And I'd like to ask Councilman Alex Padilla to please come forward.
The West Basin Municipal Water District Proclamation, National Hispanic Heritage Month, September 15th through October 15th, 2025. Whereas National Hispanic Heritage Month is observed from September 15th to October 15th in celebration of the histories, cultures, and contributions of American citizens whose ancestors came from Spain, Mexico, the Caribbean, Central America, and South America. And whereas National Hispanic Heritage Month coincides with the Independence Day celebrations of several Latin American nations, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua from Spain on September 15th, 1821, Mexico from Spain on September 16th, 1810, Chile from Spain on September 18th, 1810, and Belize from Great Britain on September 21st, 1981. And whereas National Hispanic Heritage Month was first introduced in 1968 to recognize the significant contributions of the Hispanic and Latinx community and the growing acknowledgement of the multicultural identity shaping the United States. And whereas National Hispanic Heritage Month acknowledges the 68 million people of Hispanic and Latinx descent in the United States who make up 20% of the total population, including the 4.75 million community members of Los Angeles County, the largest Hispanic and Latinx population in the nation. And whereas National Hispanic Heritage Month recognizes this year's theme of collective heritage, honoring the past, inspiring the future, which highlights the importance of celebrating the deep cultural traditions, history, and experiences that shape Hispanic and Latin identity while embracing the promise of creativity and innovation of future generations. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed on this, the 22nd day of September, 2025, that we, the directors of West Basin Municipal Water District, hereby recognize National Hispanic Heritage Month as an annual celebration of the many contributions, achievements, and extensive histories of Hispanic and Latinx Americans and their influence on the United States, and signed by all 5 board members.
Thank you. Thank you, Eric, for reading that. West Basin Municipal Water District is all about water. That's what we do, but we also recognize how important it is to recognize community service. And we do a lot of outreach in our communities and provide services to community members. In my district, the city in my district is the city of Inglewood, and I have unincorporated areas. And so I actually invited 2 of my colleagues to sit on the city council with me, Councilman Alex Padilla and also Councilman Eloy Morales. Yep, Councilman Morales could not be here, but I'm very happy that Councilman Padilla could join us. I also invited our city manager from the city of Inglewood. I'd like Louis Atwell to please stand. He is the city manager for the city of Inglewood. I have a commissioner here, Bridget Curlando. Are you there, Bridget? Can you stand? And I invited some other community members here. Where's Gina? Gina, please stand. And Alicia, who is very much involved in community service there. I'd like to say thank you all, everyone, for being here today. I have some other guests that are here for other presentations. But it is important to recognize our community members, even though we all have different missions, but we're all here to really make each community a better community, uplift our communities. And so thank you for being. And so the board would like to present this particular resolution to the city of Inglewood, and Councilman Padilla is accepting the resolution. So board members, please join me. And if anyone has anything to say. Oh, yes. Oh, no, don't leave. No, stay there. But do you want to say something before we take?
Yeah, I've only got about a 20-minute
You
presentation.
can, you can talk as long as you want, okay?
I learned a long time ago, keep it short. But look, I just want to say thank you. Thank you, please, Madam President, all of you for recognizing Hispanic Heritage Month. It's really important, especially in light of in our community past few months. We are a vibrant community. In Inglewood, we are a minority community, Black and brown community. And so when we get hit with what's been happening, folks would think that it causes a lot of angst, and it does. But guess what? We overcome that. And our goal in Inglewood is to keep our community safe, to keep our community strong. And what we do also is to make sure our children feel safe when they're coming and going to school, when they're at the parks, right? So that they know that in Inglewood, like in many of our communities, they can be who they want to be, and they can be a success. And as we recognize Hispanic Heritage Month, we recognize the diversity and the different cultures, as you read, Eric, that make up Hispanic heritage. And so I say thank you. Thank you very much for this opportunity to come here and accept this proclamation and recognition of our Hispanic communities. God bless you and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Well said. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Scott.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I got
Do
it.
it.
Richard, you want to come to your commission?
Come on, Richard.
Perfect. She'll be right there. Hey, everyone looks great.
You got it?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm sure everyone looks good. All right, I'll take a few and I'll count to three. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. And then I'll do some instruction here too. 1, 2, and 3. Sorry, I'm moving the gavel. And one more here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
One more.
Sorry. Didn't see there.
Have to represent Inglewood. How do you live this way?
Thank you. Thank you.
That's right. Need to-
Thank you, Councilman.
Thank you very much,
for the
Eric. Thank you.
comment. Very appropriate. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, our next presentation is the recognition of a International Day of Peace. International Day of Peace. Would you please read the resolution? Eric?
Happy to do so, Madam President. West Basin Municipal Water District Proclamation, International Day of Peace, September 21st, 2025. Whereas International Day of Peace was founded by the UN General Assembly in 1981 and is recognized as a day to build peace among everyone above all distinctions. And whereas International Day of Peace celebrates this year's theme of cultivating a culture of peace, focusing on nurturing empathy, kindness, and positive communication to promote actions that help reduce conflict and build a more inclusive world. And whereas International Day of Peace calls for a 24-hour ceasefire to reflect on the cruelties that have occurred around the world while using this time to commemorate victims of war that have sacrificed their lives for our freedoms and to make our communities safer. And whereas International Day of Peace spreads education and awareness on issues that have served great importance to our world and encourages people to have morality rather than acting out of hate and violence. And whereas International Day of Peace promotes all nations to live in harmony and as one human race to create a society of values that can be shared or appreciated despite the political differences that separate us. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed on this day, this 22nd day of September, 2025, the directors of West Basin Municipal Water District hereby observe International Day of Peace on September 21st, 2025, as an annual acknowledgement of the peace that is present in our world and that should be maintained every living day as we strive to address the inequalities within our society. And it is, Madam President, signed by all 5 board members.
Thank you very much. May I, Reverend Fred Shaw, President of the Inglewood chapter of NAACP, please come forward, and his wife Angela.
Do you need me up there, or do I have a big enough
You can
voice
just
to do
stand
it
here.
right here?
You're fine. You're fine right there.
All right, well, I appreciate, first of all, let me just say I thank you and all of the people in this room for such an acknowledgement, because peace is deep within my heart. Before I get started though, let me keep peace in my house. I want to recognize my wife.
Very good.
Angela Gibson Shaw, and for helping me come here and everything today. She creates my peace. If I could, I'd just like to give 2 quotes, one from Dr. Martin Luther King and one from the Bible. Dr. King said, "We must all learn to live together as brothers, or we will perish together as fools." The Bible tells us to love your neighbor as you love yourself. So I just want to acknowledge what you already read, because there's nothing I could come up with that would be different than that. But I just thank you all for recognizing the NAACP and the branch that you have in the Inglewood South Bay area. What we do is we don't operate out of emotion, we operate out of investigation. So when something goes down, we will work with you to get to the resolution. It's not just a tag. It's find out what's going on. Thank you all. I don't want to take up any more time.
We just say, Reverend Shaw, thank you for those comments, well taken in light of what's going on in the world today. I appreciate what you said, and the fact that we're recognizing world peace is very important. So thank you for your comment.
Now I will take a picture if you want me to come up.
Yes, you want to go get-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Sorry.
It's okay. Okay,
Yeah, straight.
all right. I'm gonna give it to you. Where's, you want your wife?
She's gonna take pictures now.
Yeah, we
Your resolution.
shift over just, yeah, so that with the symbol behind you.
You want me, let me, no, you stay there and I'll go on his side.
There you go, yeah.
Thank you. Stay there. You
Yeah,
stay
got
there. Stay there.
So we see the
There. Is that better?
beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Count on 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
And over here. All right, squeezing real tight in here. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and then a couple this direction. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you.
Can we take those together?
Sure.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you.
Yeah.
Angela, or can you do one with us? Can you do a picture of your husband and I?
Oh,
They want to do one with you. And you.
One with you and Gloria, okay, and Gloria.
I'll go first.
Okay.
How's that?
Perfect. Okay. And ready? 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Couple this direction. 1, 2, 3. And we'll get nice and tight in here. 1, 2, and 3.
Need
And
her
then-
photos.
Yeah, I can send you everything.
Oh, okay, great. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Very good.
You want to get one with your husband?
Okay.
Yeah.
One with the three of us. Okay.
Oh, you want, okay.
About 3 o'clock.
Alrighty. Next this up here. And 3, amazing. And this direction, 1, 2, 3. Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. Right here.
You don't get to his walking on.
He's a bigger one.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so
All right,
much.
thank you.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. All righty. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I didn't see that through in that. Is that miss? That's what it is.
Oh, you got it.
Did you want to say? Okay. Thank you very much, Reverend Shaw, and your wife for being here today. Thank you so much. All right, the next presentation is the recognition of United Against Hate Week. And I'd like to ask Tina DeQuarrie, Vice President of Manhattan Beach School Board member, speaking on behalf of the South Bay Community Coalition Against Hate, to come forward. Thank you for being here, and I know Director Houston would like to say a few words.
Thank you. Well, I just want to welcome Tina Shipuri, who serves on the Manhattan Beach Unified School District Board. she's a part of a group, I'm a part of it. A number of us in the South Bay were part of the South Bay Community Coalition Against Hate. I know you've heard me talk about it a little bit before. Ironically, as we talked about Hispanic Heritage Month and International Day of Peace, and now we're getting ready to speak about United Against Hate Week, which is in October. These are some crazy times we're living in, so I'm glad to hear everyone's so in alignment when it just comes to that realization and what we have to do upon each of ourselves here in Los Angeles County. But with that, I do want to welcome Board Member Shapuri, but also, she's going to talk a little bit about that week as well as our coalition. So thank you. And thank you, Madam President.
Yes, sure. Welcome, Tina.
Should I go ahead?
Yes, please.
Honorable board members, Madam President, staff, community members, those online, thank you so much for participating today and hearing more about our proclamation today. Good afternoon, and thank you to West Basin Municipal Water District for these meaningful proclamations recognizing specifically today United Against Hate. My name is Tina Shipuri. I'm a resident of Manhattan Beach. And as Scott mentioned earlier, I serve on the school board there in Manhattan Beach. Today I stand before you as a member of the South Bay Community Coalition Against Hate. I was not a member in its founding in 2022, but I did raise my hand as soon as I could, since we're allowed 2 elected members per jurisdiction, per area. Like at the school board, there's 2 of us that serve. A lot of cities have 2 members serving as their city council members, and we invite anyone else that wants to join. So we can talk more about that later. I stand with others across our region and country who are committed to building safer, more inclusive communities. In a time when hate crimes have become alarmingly common, this recognition is more than symbolic, it's a call to action. United Against Hate Week reminds us that silence is not an option. And our International Day of Peace calls on each of us to be active agents of peace in our homes, in our schools, in our places of business, our institutions, and of course, in our communities. We thank you for your partnership and look forward to continuing our work ahead together to educate, engage, and stand united against hate in all of its forms. Wanted to share with you today the programming we have organized in the South Bay. All of you are welcome, all community members are welcome, and we hope to see you at one or more of our events. On Monday, October 20th, the Beach Cities Health District is hosting Yoga for Unity in the evening at Adventureplex in Manhattan Beach. We're also hosting on Wednesday, October 22nd. Actually, the city of El Segundo is hosting, they've done this many years, a traditional candle vigil against hate. There will be music, there will be other performances, other presentations, but the main event is the candles. On Thursday, October 23rd, we have a morning event. It's an interfaith event. It's a congregation Tavat Jacob, which is our Jewish congregation there, along with Manhattan Beach Community Church, which is a Christian-based community. Together, they're hosting an interfaith unity walk. We have a beautiful trail that kind of starts at the mall in Manhattan Beach and kind of takes you to Hermosa Beach. So we're going to be doing that unity walk the morning of Thursday, October 23rd. And all throughout the week, one of the things we do across a lot of different organizations is host a food pantry drive. We collect food, dry goods for those parents in need. There's an organization called the Single Mom Project. It's hosted out of the Richstone Family Center in Hawthorne. It serves mostly Hawthorne families that are in need. So that's something we've done in the past, and we're going to continue to do it this year to make sure we fill up that pantry for us. Yeah. The collection bins. We have a website. Our coalition this year has launched a website. We'll have all this information for anybody that wants to follow along and join us. It's southbayversushate.org. That's southbaybshate.org. Many thanks to all of you in this room for the way you serve our communities. And I look forward to seeing you in October for United Against Hate Week.
Thank you very much, Tina. Thank you.
Thank you.
To do so, Madam President. West Basin Municipal Water District Proclamation, United Against Hate Week, October 19th through 25, 2025. Whereas United Against Hate Week emerged from a campaign that was created by 13 communities in the Bay Area in direct response to the numerous white supremacist rallies held in San Francisco and Berkeley during 2017. And whereas United Against Hate Week is a call for local civic action to stop hate crimes in communities across the United States, committing to an annual week of action and awareness. And whereas United Against Hate Week educates participants on the effects of implicit biases that are dangerous threat to the society and civility of our neighborhoods, towns, and cities, empowering local residents to take a stand and alter the course of growing intolerance. And whereas United Against Hate Week acknowledges other anti-hate movements such as Not in Our Town as a shared effort to raise awareness about the week's mission, working united in each community while building partnerships. And whereas United Against Hate Week invites LGBTQ+ members and allies, faith-based groups, and human rights organizations to participate in events that spread the word about standing up to bigotry, embracing the strength of diversity to restore respect and civil discourse. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed on this, the 22nd day of September 2025, that we, the Board of Directors of the West Basin Municipal Water District, hereby join in observing United Against Hate Week from October 19th through 25th, 2025, and support the call to action to end the cycle of hatred throughout our communities and build inclusive and equitable communities for all. And Madam President, the proclamation is signed by all 5 board members.
Thank you so much.
Tina, can you come and receive it?
Yes.
Please, thank you. I'll take those.
It was mostly.
Um,
What do you mean?
No, this is through the area.
Thank you. Okay.
Let's go.
Tommy, can you come on this here? Can you even it up a little bit and we'll be in, it's coming down a little bit.
Actually, I
Oh,
think I
oh,
prefer him on this at all because now it'll be a little bit.
can we move down? a little
Yeah, we can move this way.
So you would like correct your father?
Yeah, I think it would be best.
Back over there.
The building
tilts.
bit? Darren, Darren,
Yeah.
Would you like
Darren,
Yeah,
Darren,
he's
there?
great bookend.
Darren,
The book
please move him over. Please move him over.
Actually, for the photo,
I
the
think-
composition looks good like that.
Yeah, so that way he's, there's a space
Thank you, Chris.
underneath the logo there. All right, I'll look over here. Ready? 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and we'll go this direction as well. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you.
Better?
Wait, and my mom in the back. Did you get one, Mom?
Oh.
You can come up here. Or I can also give you these photos. Okay.
Yeah, make sure you get the picture.
Oh, perfect.
Yes,
Yeah.
Mom, I mean.
Mom, yeah, she's mom.
Your mom.
In the
Come
photo.
on. Around
No,
the-
you're in the photo now. Lucky you.
Once I said mom, it was a done deal.
Sure.
Pretty want her.
And yeah, you can come right in the
Right in
middle
the-
there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mom,
Yeah.
middle. Thank you. You can hold it. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, you go ahead and grab it too. with your-
Go ahead,
Yeah.
hold the proclamation.
Oh, yeah.
Right there. Perfect.
Yeah, you got it. Okay.
I'm gonna take this down.
All right.
Yeah.
I got it. There you go.
There we
Thanks,
go.
Director
That
Houston.
way.
Great with the details.
All right.
Thank you. All right, ready? 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, and we'll do some this direction. 1, 2, and 3. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you. Take the towels over there.
Over there.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tim.
Thanks again. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
See
you.
you soon in town,
Yes,
okay?
and-
Oh.
Okay.
Sounds good. Okay.
Okay, we have a special, thank you very much, Tina and your mother for being here. Thank
Nice to
you.
meet you.
We have another special presentation. We're celebrating someone's birthday today. Isn't that a wonderful event? Yay, celebrate birthday, and guess who it is? Well, it's not Tommy, it's not Scott, it's not me. I guess it's Don Deere. Happy birthday, Don Deere. One, two, three. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Birthday, February 10th.
Yeah.
It's for next birthday or last birthday?
This year's birthday. Right, we can celebrate your birthday all year. It's this year's birthday, but it is February, so. You're the longest serving director on the board, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can celebrate the rest of the year for your birthday. All right, well, thank you, staff. Thank you, Desiree, everyone. Okay, item 6, items to be agendized. Any items?
We do not have any.
Okay, we're on the consent calendar. There's one item I need to pull. What item is that, Eric?
That would be item 7.7.
I'm pulling item 7.7. And let's consider the rest of the consent calendar. Is there a motion to consider?
So move.
Any questions, discussion? All right, all in favor, please call the roll.
Director Tommy Favai,
Yes.
Director Desi Alvarez, Treasurer Scott Houston,
Yes.
Vice President Donald Deere,
Yes.
and President Gloria Gray.
Yes. Consent item approved, all the items approved.
The items passed, all but 7.7 at this point.
All right, can you read that item?
Certainly. Madam President, this one is the item that Chow Wang and Ralph Felix spoke on during public comments. It is the renewal of a new agreement with the Tesoro Refining Company, also known as Marathon Refinery in Carson. Of course, West Basin's Juanita Millender McDonald Carson Regional Water Treatment Plant supplies Marathon with 2 qualities of recycled water for their boiler feed and for their cooling tower applications. This item was heard by the Engineering and Operations Committee and is on the consent calendar because it does have a recommendation from the committee to be approved. But with our folks in the room, I think it's appropriate to have another photo opportunity because this item does represent a renewal of a 25-year-long relationship. Our 25-year-old contract just expired will expire at the end of this month. And this item will approve a new contract for 10 years with 2 5-year automatic extensions to continue supplying the Marathon Refinery with recycled water. And so I think, as they both indicated, it does represent a significant achievement, not just the past 25 years, but the next potential 20 years of relationship with both Cal Water and the Marathon Refinery. And so we do think it's appropriate to even though this was a consent item, to acknowledge it separately. And of course, I'm sure we're looking forward to a photo. With that, I'll take any questions about that.
Let's consider the item. Is there a motion to move the item?
Move it.
Second.
Any comments or questions? All right, with that,
Madam Chair,
yes.
I'd love to say just a few words before we vote. And first of all, I just want to thank staff and of course Marathon and Cal Water for all the work getting us here. And we value the partnership tremendously. I'm very glad that Eric mentioned 25 years, which is pretty hard to believe. I can't believe that myself. It's amazing how time flies. But here we are, celebrating 30 years of operations of our facility in El Segundo, the plant that provides us water. So again, time has flown by, but you all have been a part of that with us, and we so appreciate it. But as much as we know that utilizing recycled water, wastewater for your operations is critically important to our region, to the economy, of course, but also to our environment. And I'm certainly glad you all recognize that with us. I think that's probably one of the most valuable things all of us can do here in this region, especially when it comes to, how we're reusing water and how we're better preserving water that is much more difficult in our region from Colorado River and the Delta. So all that to be said, I just want to acknowledge this partnership, acknowledge the work that's taken place to get to this point, and how much we truly value this going forward. And also thank you for being here in person as we consider the item. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Director Houston. I'm gonna wait until the item is passed. And then, but Director Houston really said what I wanted to say, but let's vote on the item. Can you please call the roll?
Happy to do so. Director Tommy Pavai. Yes. Secretary Desi Alvarez. Treasurer Scott Houston.
Yes.
Vice President Donald Deere.
Yes.
And President Gloria Gray.
Yes, yes. And I don't have to repeat what the director has said. My sentiments exactly. Appreciate your years of partnership with us. Very important program. You all know that. And so look forward to another 20+ years. So thank you for the partnership and the work that you do to support what we do. So with that, let's go to the action calendar. Item 8.1, can you introduce that item?
Happy to do so, Madam President. This item is for 3 sponsorship.
I'm sorry, we should have taken a picture. Let's do a picture.
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry about that. Let's do a picture. You get your exercise.
I got my assistant here. Just out of the way.
They're all looking at this.
He gets his exercise with the day. He's just like Tommy's not the one who's pushing around.
I get it for that. I get it for that one. Where you was.
We'll get her.
Photographer. Oh,
I'll take it.
Oh, Darryl, you the photographer?
Our photographer left the room, unfortunately. So let's see, let's go ahead and have, I'm gonna move you on the other side.
Where's the other side over there?
Over here. How about, why don't you move over here? Eric, why don't you move on this side?
I see it's going.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he's doing.
You guys on the other.
You guys on the other side.
Which camera first?
1, 2, 3. Closer. This way too. Okay, good, thank you. All right, 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Do you mind taking one roll away? So much. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it so much. Good to see you again. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I got to.
Make sure. Wow.
Thank you. Thank you. There's here, I'll go ahead and place all of it. Go ahead. Oh, you can. That's good.
Yeah, be here. We'll see you later.
Thank you guys again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, we'll go back to the action calendar 8.1.
Madam President, this item is to consider 3 sponsorships. They have not been reviewed by a committee at this time, but Haza Vasquez, Deputy Board Secretary 2, will present the item for the board's consideration, and it does begin on page 134.
Very good afternoon, President Gray, members of the, I was going to say of the committee. I'm so sorry, members of the board. As Eric mentioned, this item begins on packet page 134, and I have just a couple items for your consideration today. To start us off, the Greater New Bethel Baptist Church is celebrating their 50th anniversary with a banquet on Saturday, October 4th, 2025. At this time, President Gray recommends that the board approve sponsorship of the 50th anniversary banquet for $2,500. If approved, the sponsorship would grant West Basin a full-page advertisement in each city as well as logo placement on all marketing and event materials. In addition, West Basin will receive 2 tickets to the event. Of note, West Basin has not sponsored this event in the past. To view the documents submitted by the organizers for this request, you can turn to packet page 137 into the attachment A. The next item for your consideration, the Topanga Coalition for Emergency Preparedness, in partnership with Supervisor Lindsley Horvath's office and the Los Angeles County Office of Emergency Management, are hosting the Ready Fest Topanga Emergency Preparedness Fair on Saturday, October 4th, 2025. Director Houston recommends that the board approve sponsorship of Ready Fest for $1,000, and those $1,000 funds, if approved, would go towards securing an earthquake simulator for the event. In addition, West Basin would also be granted a booth or table to distribute district information at the event. This is another event that West Basin has not sponsored in the past. To see the documents submitted by the organizers for this year's request, you can turn to attachment B on packet page 142. The last item I have for you today is the Light the Night Family Festival that is being presented by the Center of Hope Community Development Corporation on Friday, October 31, 2025. At this time, President Gray recommends that the board approve sponsorship of the Light the Night Family Festival for $1,500. If approved, the sponsorship would grant West Basin a booth at the event to distribute district information. This is another event that West Basin has not sponsored in the past. Documents received by the organizers, or from the organizers, for this request are included in attachment C, and you can see that beginning on packet page 147. As always, to keep you abreast of the budget for this program, for fiscal year 25-26, the community outreach budget had an amount of $75,000. Approving the sponsorships presented to you today at the amounts requested, which totaled $5,000, would leave a remaining balance of $35,550, and details for that can be seen in attachment D on packet page 151. With that, I will read the recommendation. Number 1, President Gray recommends that the board approve sponsorship of the Greater New Bethel Baptist Church 50th anniversary banquet on Saturday, October 4, 2025 for $2,500. Number 2, Director Houston recommends that the board approve sponsorship of Ready Fest Topanga Emergency Preparedness Fair on Saturday, October 4 for $1,000. And number 3, President Gray recommends that the board approve sponsorship of the Light the Night Family Festival on Friday, October 31, 2025 for $1,500. And with that, I am happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much, Hazel. Thank you. All right, is there a motion to consider the item?
Go ahead and move it.
Second.
Any discussion? Any comment? Anything? I will comment on item 3, Light the Night Family Festival. It's a very large festival. I encourage board members to come by. They probably have at least about 1,000 people there. It's near the Halloween. It's on Halloween night. And so it's a real big family event. And people come from all over, not just the city of Inglewood. They come all over to that particular event. And so just wanted to mention that. So with that, any other comment or I can call the roll, please.
Happy to do so, Madam President.
I would suggest that, are we going to have a booth there? We should have one. Because,
Light the Night? Yes.
yes, because lots of people will be there. Okay. Scott, did you want to comment on your second, anything you need on that one?
Oh, I would just say thank you to my colleagues. This one came in a little bit last minute, but with all the things that have been going on in the Palisades and Topanga area and Malibu. I think it's a great opportunity to support this. It's about emergency preparedness, and we'll also have a booth up there, which
Well,
is extremely important. And they reached out to me, and so we were able to get it at the 11th hour for our agenda today. They're very excited to put this on, but also to hopefully have our partnership. So with that, I just want to say thanks to you all. Just think it's so important when we get those booths in place and support our neighbors. In this case, they're doing everything they can up there in Topanga Canyon. So thank you. Thank you, Madam President.
right, and back to item 3, Pastor Dixon does a lot of work in the community. And the first item, Grenada Bethel, Pastor Ricky Farrell, he do great work outreach in the community, food program and so forth. So it's great when we support these nonprofits, these organizations that really do a lot for our community members. So I'm happy to bring forward these kinds of things. I know Director Easton is too, with any of us. So with that, could you please call the roll?
Absolutely. Director Tommy Pavai,
Yes.
Director Desi Alvarez, Director Scott Houston,
Yes.
Director Donald Deere,
Yes.
and President Gloria Gray.
Yes.
Madam President, the.
Item span. Yeah, thank you. And thank you to staff for facilitating all the paperwork. I know it takes a lot to coordinate. So we will go to the next item, which is item 8.2. And this is the item I have to recuse myself on, correct? So let me read this statement. For this item, I'm going to recuse myself and step out of the room, given my relationship with the city of Inglewood. Once this item has concluded, I will rejoin the meeting. Director Deere as Vice President, would you please take over the meeting for item 8.2?
It will give you a moment to get out of the room, and I don't have a page for this item.
I can introduce the item and
Please do.
the item begins on page 152. The title of the item is the 2025 Regional Urban Water Management Plan Consultant Selection and Cost Share Agreement. The item will be presented by Matthew Gray, Manager of Water Policy and Resources, and he will ultimately seek approval for a two-part recommendation, one for selecting a consultant to perform the urban water management plan, and one for cost share agreements with 4 of our partner agencies. Correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, but that would be the city of Inglewood, the city of Lomita, the city of Manhattan Beach, and the city of Hermosa Beach.
El Segundo.
El Segundo, my mistake. Please take it away, Matt.
Thank you, Eric, and good afternoon, Vice President Deere and board members. I'll be running from the slides that begin on page 210 of the agenda packet. I did present on this last week at the Water Policy and Legislation Committee, so I'll try to be a little more brief today here. But if we can, that slide there, thank you. So the Urban Water Management Plan is something that urban water agencies are required to do every 5 years. We have to submit a report to the state by July 1st of 2026. So this is something that we've done several times over the years. However, this year will be the first year that we actually kind of go through this process using a true regional approach, working with our 4 city retail agencies to not only develop our own urban water management plan, but also each of theirs as well. We always work with them when we go through this process, but this time we'll be having one consultant do each of the 5 urban water management plans. We'll be having meetings with them where we have a representative from each agency there that's working closely with our staff on this. So again, it's never been done before, so we're very excited to work with our agencies in this manner. We've been planning this since February. We've had multiple meetings with each of the retailers to get their buy-in. They're very supportive of this strategy. And so we're looking forward to getting this approved and moving forward. We'd like to kick it off in October so that we can start working on all the big workload that'll be required of this. Next slide. So again, as I mentioned, this is required every 5 years. It supports our long-term planning, our supplies and our demands. It also ties into other planning efforts, notably Metropolitan Water District, all of our retailers, both our city, our IOUs, LA County Waterworks District, and then this process also includes an update to what's called our water shortage contingency plan. This is our plan that basically determines whether we're in a shortage or not at this time. And if we are, what are the things that we're doing to mitigate those shortage conditions? Next slide. So again, this partnership, this new process will allow us to use a single consultant to conduct planning concurrently for all of the participating agencies instead of having to use up to 5 different consultants, working with 5 different staffs. This will streamline things a lot. We're excited about that. It will also allow us to kind of share the cost of this approach. It'll save money for everybody that's involved. We're going to do this by entering into a cost share agreement with each of our 4 city retailers. It's going to be done in an equitable manner where each of the retailers will pay the same amount, and then West Basin will cover the remainder of that cost. Next slide. So this shows the 3 vendors that we received proposals from and interviewed last month. Again, just to review the numbers, about 500 firms received the notice of the RFP, with 35 firms accessing it. And then ultimately, we received 3 proposals. Staff was very happy with the proposals that we received. All of them were good and complete proposals, so that was great. But for us, as you can see from the scoring here, Water Systems Consulting really stood out to us. They really had a great proposal, a great interview process for a number of reasons, which I'll just touch on briefly here. First, they did prepare our 2020 urban water management plan. I was the primary project lead from staff at that time, and they were just excellent across the board to work with. So they know us very well. We know them very well. And we've had a really good working relationship with them since then. They've also conducted our annual water supply and demand assessments for the last few years. So they know our demands, our supplies. They know the issues that kind of we're facing both now and into the future. So they know us very well. They also have really good experience in conducting regional approaches to the urban water management plan. This is something that they've done in the past, but it's also something that they're doing currently with some other metropolitan member agencies, those being IEUA and Cayugas. And this was something that was of utmost importance to staff in going through this process. We wanted to choose somebody who could take that regional approach, knew how to work with several agencies at the same time. And WSC really shined when it came to that. We also know that we'll be prioritized by Water Systems Consulting. One of the things that they do is they do a workload analysis of their staff each and every year that they do UWMPs. And they basically determine, this is how many projects we can take on. And what they told us during the interview process was that we're the last kind of group of agencies that they're going to be taking on new work for through this UWMP process. So again, I feel very comfortable saying that they will prioritize us and have time to get everything done by the deadline. And then I guess finally, I would just say that we just feel that they provide the greatest value proposition to West Basin. As you can see from the numbers there, they weren't quite the lowest bid, but it wasn't too far away. And because of the cost share itself, we won't see the full impact of that difference, the $20,000. Our share would actually be much less, more like $8,000 by going with the second lowest bid there. And then everything else that Water Systems Consulting brings to the table, we think really exceeds from a value standpoint. And so we look forward to working with them if that's the way the board wants to go and think that we can hit the ground running with them. I'll skip the next slide and then just go to the cost impacts. So this budget year, we budgeted $250,000 for our urban water management plan. The proposal before you is for $249,667. However, as I mentioned, because of the way the cost share would work, we would be asking each of our city retailers to take on an equitable share of that, $37,500 each, for a total of $150,000. which would leave our share of the remainder at just under $100,000. So this would allow us to come in well under budget, what we budgeted for this year. So will really benefit not only us, but our retailers as well, who will save money overall on their own part of it. That brings me to the recommendation. I'll go ahead and read it, and then I'll be open for any questions that the board might have. So as Eric mentioned, this is a two-parter. So this would be that the board authorize the general manager to, one, enter into an agreement with Water Systems Consulting, Inc. for the development of the West Basin and Municipal Retail Agency Urban Water Management Plans in an amount not to exceed $250,000. And two, authorize the general manager to execute a cost share agreement with each West Basin Municipal Customer Retail Agency. And with that, that concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to take any questions from the board.
Any questions? Guess not. Go on.
I'll go ahead and move staff recommendation.
Second.
Second.
Any other discussion? Please call the roll.
Happy to do so. Director Tommy Pavai,
Yes.
Director Desi Alvarez, Director Scott Houston,
Yes.
Director Donald Deere,
Yes.
and President Gloria Gray.
And the motion passes 3-0. Now, this is the end of the item for Director Gray.
Correct.
Okay, so we'll take a very brief recess so she can be contacted and brought back in. Where are we on this?
We are going to be on 8.3, the last action item.
Seem to have a page. I just don't miss place it. Hold on. I don't have
It's
Okay. Welcome back.
Thank you. Done with that item.
maybe somewhere.
8.3, right? Right here. Welcome back.
Thank you. We're on item 8.3.
That's correct.
Could you read the item, please? Thank you, Director.
Certainly. This item, Madam President, is for consideration and approval of an amendment to the general manager employment contract. We have our legal counsel, Joseph Byrne, ready to discuss this, and the item begins on page 218.
Thank you, Eric. As you all know, the general manager operates pursuant to a contract employment agreement. The board at the last meeting conducted a general manager review. Also had a closed session to discuss potential negotiations of changes to the contract. What you have in the packet is a proposed amendment that reflects what was discussed at that time and also was confirmed to be acceptable from the general manager. And the summary of that is it's an 8% salary increase, the numbers of which are in there to 351,562, and an extension of the term of the agreement to July 1, 2029. It was slated to expire in July 1 of 2027.
Thank you, Joe. Any questions of our attorney, counsel? Okay, with that, is anyone to move the item, consideration of the item?
I move approval.
All right, any questions, comments? With none, so let's call for the roll.
Director Tommy Pavai,
Yes.
Director Desi Alvarez, Director Scott Houston,
Yes.
Director Donald Deere,
Yes.
and President Gloria Gray.
Yes.
Madam President, the item passes 4-0.
Thank you. Item 9, information calendar. Any information calendar item?
Just what's been reviewed by the committees and, well, ultimately in the receiver file. So
Item 10, receive and file. Any other board members you'd like to pull? If not, is there a motion to receive and file?
So move.
Can you please call the roll?
Director Tommy Pavai,
Yes.
Director Desi Alvarez, Treasurer Scott Houston,
Yes.
Vice President Donald Deere,
Yes.
and President Gloria Gray.
Yeah.
Madam President, the item passes 4-0.
Thank you. Item 11, general manager's activity report. I know board members, you have before you a report from a general manager. If there's no comments regarding that, we can move on and read the report.
Madam President, if I may, in addition to the written report, there is also an item I'd just like to bring to your attention. West Basin has received 2 certificates of recognition for our sponsorship of the 7th Annual Cajun and Blues White Linen Affairs. We received a certificate of recognition from the California Legislature Assembly, Mike Gibson's Assembly Member District 65. So his office sent over a certificate of recognition for that event, as well as the city of Carson for the same event. They've sent us a certificate of recognition for the same event and our participation and sponsorship there.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Director Provide.
We send thank yous back to them.
We can.
Should.
Thank you very much. All right, General Counsel's report.
I have no report. Happy to answer any questions if folks have some
Question.
general legal questions.
Okay, 13, item 13, AB 1234, reporting compliance. Any reporting?
I'll turn mine in writing.
Thank you, Director. Any closed session, council?
No closed session today.
Director's comment, Director Dare.
No comments, thank you.
Director Provide.
No comments.
Director Houston.
Thank you to our staff for the good work and to Madam President. This is probably one of the fastest meetings we've ever had. It's been a long time at West Basin. But I want to say thanks to everybody.
Thank you, Director. Thank you to staff, as usual. You always do an outstanding job. This one makes it so fast. You do great staff work. So, but thank you, everyone. Thank you, board members. And with that, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you. Why did I?